with Yourself series. We are in our home stretch, guys. We are almost there. I appreciate you guys for just kind of tracking with me. Like, I have been in and out of sick. Like, my schedule is all over the place right now. And on top of that, I don't know, my voice keeps going out. So we are trying to figure it out. We are praying for just deliverance from whatever is happening. But I am still trying to show up as best as I can with what little strength I have inside of me. Anyways, so we are on day 8, and today is all about minding your thoughts. We don't actually realize, like, so many of the thoughts that we think cloud the ability to show up for ourselves, cloud the ability in how we feel about ourselves or what we think about ourselves. So one little thing that I started doing just as a way to just kind of like reframe my thinking was stop speaking like, or stop like feeding life into negative things, right? So instead of saying, I am depressed, right? Like, I would start saying I feel depressed. And the reason why it was important for me to change the narrative in which I was speaking life into something is because I didn't want that to have power over me. I wanted me to be able to recognize what I was experiencing in those moments and then decide what that meant for me, right? Whether my body needed to rest, whether I needed to like speak with a friend, whether I needed to be intentional about spending time in the presence of God. And so in doing that, like, I actually noticed that like the times where I would start feeling depression, it actually passed a lot faster because now I wasn't like meeting it with resistance and anxiety, right? Which is like an ongoing cycle because you're just like, oh, I feel depressed. I need to get out of this. What's wrong with me? And then the anxiety will start creeping up, and then it's just like keeps repelling over and over and over again. And so it's like where my depressive episodes used to last like maybe like 2 to 3 months, or no, 2 to 3 weeks. I feel like 2 to 3 months is pretty extreme. I mean, here in the winter may as well be, but where it would last about 2 to 3 weeks, I'm looking at like 2 to 3 days because I was very intentional about not speaking life into it, more so in a sense of figuring out how can I show up in this space and accept what I'm experiencing and kind of just make changes around that. So just understanding, like, being very mindful of the thoughts and what you speak about yourself, what you speak into existence, because our words hold power. And once we realize that like our words hold power, we will no longer give the same sort of life, or we will no longer speak into existence or fruition the things that we once did, because we know that it will always keep us bounded. Anyways, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will see you tomorrow.